You're watching Fox News at 10, Western Oregon's only 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Fox News at 10. I'm Natasha Chughtai. Eugene 08 is underway, and so are all the festivities that go with it. Tonight, we'll show you what's going on and tell you how you can get to the trials. We start with Alyssa Harrington, who tells us why athletes aren't the only ones going for a record. Alyssa?
That's right, Natasha. Organizers say this could actually be the greenest sporting event in history. And if you look around tonight, the opening night here at the festival, there's probably thousands of people coming through, but the place looks really clean. So it looks like they're doing a good job. Organizers even have a slogan for it. They call it, "It's all about the green" here in Eugene.
But everyone has really just hopped on board and said, yeah, let's do it.
Hope Arnold is a Eugene 08 volunteer. She says while athletes go for top spots, the event itself is going for a record of its own.
We're actually planning on being the most green sporting event ever.
To do this, recycle bins, organic food, and green-themed booths line the festival area. Plus, each vendor's required to use biodegradable items. And check this out, the entire event is actually run by one generator. Energy from solar power and from this tent right here. That's right, by hopping on one of these bikes in the Fan Fest area, you help run the show.
I think it's cool. The whole thing is about going green, so I think it's awesome. It's fun. It's a good way to spend your energy.
Well, I gotta tell you, it's not easy in heels, but I had to give it a try. And right now, I'm actually helping generate power for the TVs, the lights, and even the sound system. And also, it's just a pretty good exercise.
Now let's head over to the main stage, run by Sustainable Waves. It's run entirely off solar panels. And engineer Robert Weisling says it's the largest solar-powered soundstage in the world.
Sound system, lights, the front console area, the back line, all the instruments and amplifiers, everything that you see right here is all powered by our power source. No one's ever even attempted it at this scale, and here we are, we're doing it.
So at this year's Olympic trials, remember, while athletes go for the gold, Eugene 08 could just be taking home the green.
If we can prove that we can have a huge event with all these companies and all these people, then there's hope that if we can do it on this scale, that you know what's next.
Well, I don't know if you could tell, but I was definitely running out of breath on those bikes earlier. Now, the greenest actually doesn't stop here. Outside of the field, the city's organized valet parking for bicycles, and they have free buses, so you won't have to waste any of that gas. Back to you.
Looks like fun. Thanks a lot, Alyssa. Well, the heat is definitely on tonight, and we're expecting another round of summer sizzling temps this weekend. Mother Nature's mini heat wave can pose some serious health risks for those heading out to the trials. Kim Quintero is live at Hayward Field with what you need to know to keep yourself from losing your cool. How's it feeling out there tonight, Kim?
Natasha, the weather is fabulous right now, but you better believe that was not the case earlier this afternoon. Several people were treated for heat exhaustion, and that could be the case tomorrow as we hit into those upper 90s as we get into those afternoon hours. Now, those planning to head outdoors should arm themselves with summer essentials, like I had to walk sunscreen to prevent sunburns, water is a must, sunglasses are helpful, and loose clothing to keep you comfortable if you don't get the chance to lounge in the shade all day. But for some out-of-towners, this weather is actually a welcome change from what they're experiencing back home.
It's really smoggy down there because of all the terrible fires. So to come up here to Eugene and it just being so beautiful like this, and coming to the track and field trials, it's just it's just such a neat experience. We don't mind the heat.
Now, if you're a Pacific Northwest native and it's just too toasty for you at the trials, you could take advantage of eWeb's Water Oasis, which features misters and free H2O. For now, we are live at Tracktown Plaza. I'm Kim Quintero, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kim, for that report. Well, tickets to the trials aren't cheap, but there's plenty of free things to do at the festival. The best place to start has got to be the starting block at the corner of 15th and Agate. Tons of activities for the kids, including junior-sized track and field competitions and video games. The word of the day also seems to be Wii. At least 3 booths have hooked up Nintendo systems for gamers to play. But of course, the big draw is the jumbo video screens and festival stage. Now here's what's happening there tonight. G-Soul, an 80s disco band, currently underway from 10 p.m. till 11:15. If that's not your thing, the starting block will show Fire on the Track, the Prefontaine story. Now that just started at 10 p.m. Now, a question we've been hearing a lot, and perhaps you're wondering as well, what's the best way to get to the trials? Our Megan Kalkstein set out today to find out.
There are lots of ways to get to Hayward Field, but which one makes the most sense?
First, we wanted to show you what it's like if you're planning to drive down to this area in your car. So right now we're driving east on 18th Avenue and we're going towards Hayward Field, but it really doesn't take too long before we hit our first roadblock.
So we turn around, but we quickly learn that most of the roads around here are blocked off.
Now, if you are going to drive down to this area, your next challenge will be finding parking. Of course, you might luck out and find a spot on one of these side streets, but you'll quickly find that most of them will be 2-hour parking only. Of course, there is another option. We found a number of places where you can pay to park, but be prepared because you could be paying anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks a day.
It's $30 a day, but then it's discounted if you stay for the whole 10 days.
Or you could ditch the 4 wheels and instead hop on 2. Then you would come down here and go to the valet bicycle parking.
You come down with your bike, with your family, your trailers, your strollers, your skateboards, and all of that. We'll park it all for free, all here at 15th and Moss.
There is another free option. You can take the shuttle. One leaves from here at South Eugene High School, the other leaves from Autzen Stadium, and they leave every 15 minutes.
Well, it's just the most convenient way to get to this stadium, you know. It was very easy for us.
And it only took about 5 minutes to get here.
I'm Megan Kalkstein in Eugene.
Now, of all those options, riding your bike or taking the bus seemed the easiest. But we did notice that the parking lot for the shuttle at South Eugene High School filled up pretty quickly. So how are you enjoying day one of the Olympic trials? Are you having a hard time getting around town? Email your comments to me at the address on your screen. They could be used in a future broadcast. Switching gears here, arrest in